Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pure Crochets. On today's tutorial we are making a very beautiful beach bag or market bag, and this is how it looks. It's a very easy tutorial and I'm hoping you'll create this easily. It's a 3 hours maximum type of tutorial, and it's a versatile bag. You can carry it going to the market, going on vacation, going on the beach, or anywhere you like. This is the close-up of the bag. It looks like this. It's mesh, so it's see-through, but you can put something inside if you don't want your stuff to be seen. Let's get started with the tutorial. This is the yarn that I'm using. It's 55% cotton and 45% acrylic yarn, so it doesn't stretch so much. And I am using a 5.0 mm hook to crochet. You'll need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, a stitch marker, and that's all you need, and a measuring tape just in case you need to know your measurements. Okay, so now let's get started with the video. We are beginning with the base of the bag, and to make the base of the bag first you need to make chains. And to make chains you start by making a slip knot like this. Okay, then you make chains, and you are going to make chains as long as you want your bag to be. If you want a smaller bag, make less chains. A more bigger bag, make more chains. A medium-sized bag, make chains like mine. For me, I'm going for a medium-sized bag, so we are doing an average chains. So I will let you know the measurements of my bag at the end of the video. So for now, we're just doing chains. I will meet you at the end of this row. I am done with my chains, and now we want to do a row of double crochets. So skip the first 2 stitches, and on the 3rd stitch we are going in with a double crochet like this. I'm hoping your chains were not so tight, because it will be hard for you to make a row of double crochets, but for this row we're just going in each stitch and making a row of double crochet. I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm at the end of the row and I've chained 2 to begin a new row. So now we are going to skip these first 2 stitches, go on the 3rd stitch like this, and we are going to do, in this 3rd stitch we will do 6 double crochets. So skip these first 2 stitches. In the 3rd stitch go like this with the 6 double crochet. This is the first double crochet like this, yarn over, go in the same space with the 2nd double crochet, yarn over, go in the same space with the 3rd double crochet like this, do a 4th double crochet, and then the last double crochet, which is the 6th double crochet in the same space like this. Okay, so if you have a big space here, you can go in here with a double crochet like this. Instead of going in the same space, you go in the space like that, okay, with a double crochet. But if the space is quite small, you just yarn over and go in the normal space we have been working. But mine is quite big, so I went in with a double crochet like that. Okay, but later I realized it's not that big, so I'm counter checking which one can I use. But whichever you use, make sure you do the last 6th double crochet. So I finally did the 6th double crochet there, and this is how my work looks. So once you're done with this increase, you go ahead and do normal double crochet in every stitch like this. Then I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, your work should look like this. And you can put a stitch marker on this 6th stitch because we are going to be increasing from here. Just in case you forget, please put a stitch marker, then continue doing a row of double crochets. I will meet you at the end of this first row of double crochets. I am at the end here. This is how your work should look on this side. So at the end here, I'm just finishing up a couple of stitches. Let me zoom in for clarity. So this is my last stitch here, and also here we are going to do 6 double crochets in one stitch. That is the first double crochet, this is the second double crochet, then going with the third double crochet. Remember, it's in the same stitch until 6 double crochet like this. Okay, so once we're done with that, you can put a stitch marker on your 6th double crochet if you think you'll have problems knowing where your increases are, but this is how your work should look. Once you have your 6 double crochets, you go to this side and do normal double crochets across all the stitches that you have. Then we will meet at the end of our row. Okay, I'm at the end of my work. I'm just completing the last double crochet, and then we join here. This is the chain 2 where we started from. Okay, so we will join on top of chain 2 with a slip stitch like this. Okay, and then we will chain 2, 1, 2 to begin a new row. Go in the same chain as stitch as chain 2 and make a double crochet, and that makes our first increase. Okay, where we did the chain 2, we went in the same space and did another double crochet like that. Then go to the next stitch, and now in each stitch we are doing 2 double crochets. Okay, so yarn over, go in the next stitch and do 2 double crochets like this. And we're only doing 2 double crochets in the stitches where we did increases. Okay, so it's now 2 double crochets only in the stitches that we did increases like this. Once you get to the stitch marker, you will remove the stitch marker, and please note it is 2 double crochets in each stitch like this. And then when you complete that, you'll put back your stitch marker to mark where you need to begin putting the increases, or to stop putting the increases. This is the last stitch, so you put 2 double crochets, and this is how your work should look. It's giving that round effect. Then we're going to do normal double crochets until we get to the other corner. We're only increasing at the ends. Okay, I will meet you at the end. Okay, we are at the end here, and at the end here we are doing again 2 double crochets in every stitch that we increased. Okay, we just finished doing our normal double crochets, and this is the first increase here, so go in with 2 double crochets in every increased stitches, and that is only 6 stitches. So finish this, and once you finish doing 2 double crochets in the first 6 stitches which we increased, we will continue with normal double crochet stitches on this other side. We will stop doing the increases here, and then we begin doing normal double crochet. Okay, I'm at the end here, and remember at the end you go on top of chain 2 and join your work using a slip stitch like this. Okay, please make sure it's on top of chain 2. So I'm gonna redo that because it was not on top of chain 2. This is the chain 2, so your work should be here, okay, on top here of chain 2. So join using a slip stitch like that, and to begin a new row, kindly chain 2, and I'm hoping your work looks like this. It should be, the corners should be round and the sides should be straight. Okay, so chain 2, yarn over, and now we are doing something different. We are going in the next stitch and just doing a double crochet like this, then go in the next stitch, do a double crochet like this, but on the 3rd stitch we are doing an increase. Now we are increasing in every 3rd stitch. As you can see here, I've done an increase. The next, we are not going to do an increase, so we do increases after every 3rd stitch. This is the 1st stitch, the 2nd stitch, and now this is the 3rd stitch. That means here I will do an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same space, and we are going to work like this until we get to our stitch marker. Once we reach our stitch marker, we will do normal double crochets. We are only increasing at the corners, which is now after every 2 stitches on the 3rd stitch we do an increase. Okay, so I will meet you at the end of this row. So this is how my work looks, and I'm hoping you also increased on the every third stitch on the other corner, then you joined at the end like I showed earlier. This is how long my work is. It is 13 inches, that is the length, and this is the width of my work. And now we want to create the body of the bag. Okay, as you can see, the sides is the corners are already lifting up. And now to crochet the mesh stitches, we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over. We're going to skip these 2 stitches. Okay, 1, 2. On the third stitch we'll go in with a double crochet like this, and then chain 2, yarn over, skip the next 2 stitches. On the third stitch do a double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. On the third stitch do a double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2 stitches. On the third do a double crochets. And now we're not doing increases, we're going to work like this all round. I will meet you at the end of this first row. Okay, okay, I'm at the end of my work, and this is how it looks. Here we have this 1 stitch remaining here. We will just ignore it, then go on top of chain 4, and we're going to attach your work using a slip stitch like this. Kindly do not chain 1, just go in like this and attach using a slip stitch. And then to begin a new row, chain 4, yarn over. Okay, your work should be looking like this, yarn over. And now we are just going straight on top of every double crochet, and we do a double crochet like this. Then you chain 2, yarn over, go in the next double crochet on top of it, do a double crochet like this, then you chain 2, yarn over, go in the next double crochet on top of it like this, do a double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to repeat this pattern over and over and over again until your bag satisfies you, the length satisfies you. Okay, this is the pattern of the body. Is just a row of double crochets on top of a double crochet, then you chain 2, and kindly remember at the end you join your work using a slip stitch, then chain 4, then you continue with these mesh stitches. I'm hoping this is clear. I will meet you at the end of your work. So this is how much I've worked, and I went ahead and put one hand. I will show you how to put the hands, but this is how long my work is. As I said, we just did mesh stitches round and round and round. No more increases, no more decreases, just like that. And remember, you can make your work more longer if you want. Let's measure this so that you know how far I worked. Okay, so for the width, this is how it is. Let me just readjust this for you. It has decreased a little bit. It's more or less 12 inches. It decreased with 1 inch, but it's fine. This work is quite stretchy, and this is how long my work is. It's 13 inches also. That is the length. So remember, you can do a shorter one if you want, or more bigger. Okay, and now let's connect these hands. To connect the handles, please take 2 stitch markers and just find where you want your handles to lie. So me, I skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th, that's where I put a stitch marker both on the front and at the back. Okay, so skip 6 stitches on both sides, then you put a stitch marker, and then we are going to reattach our yarn here at the stitch marker like this. We are reattaching our yarn using a slip stitch like this. Okay, like this, and then we are going to do a row of double crochets. So chain 2, and we'll go away from the bag. Away from the bag, I mean you go to the corner so that you create the hands. So chain 2, and then you will turn your work. You're going this side, turn your work, and we are going inside the space like this with a double crochet. Let me zoom in. So go inside the space like this with a double crochet, yarn over, go on top of the double crochet with a double crochet like this, then yarn over, go inside the space with a double crochet, go on top of a double crochet with a double crochet, and I will meet you when we are at the stitch marker. The stitch marker, so we'll remove it and then go in there with our last stitch, which is a double crochet on top of a double crochet like that. Okay, then you chain 2, turn your work, 1, 2, turn, and we are going to do a double crochet in every stitch. Skip the first stitch, go in the second stitch, and just do a double crochet until the end of your work. I will meet you at the end of your work. Okay, it's just a row of double crochets. Okay, I'm at the end here, so you'll chain 2, turn your work, and now we want to make the handles. Okay, so chain 2, you can either chain 2 or 3, depends. It's okay to chain 2 or 3, or even 4 is fine. Turn your work around, and now we're just going to do double crochets until the 6th stitch. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, up to 6. When we get to 6, we will now be turning from there. Okay, so from here we're just doing normal double crochets until the 6th stitch. Then we will stop there and turn our work, because our handles have to be tiny. So that's why we stop on the 6th stitch, and then we turn around and do double crochets. Okay, so this is how your work is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, chain 2 or 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work, yarn over, skip this first stitch, always go to the 2nd stitch and do a double crochet like this. Yarn over, go in the next stitch, do a double crochet, and we are working double crochet until the end. Then you'll chain 3 or 2, then turn around until your straps as long as you wanted. For me, I did 50 rows of these double crochets for the length of my straps. So that is how we work on this. I will meet you once you're done with your straps. Okay, so this is my last stitch here. So I will just chain 1 and then I cut off my work. As I said, I did 51 rows, and we are going to join here. You can either cut your yarn off and join using a darning needle, or you can use the same hook. So count 7 stitches. On the 7th stitch, you're going to join your work like this using a slip stitch. We are joining the straps to the body. Okay, and then now you join everything together like this using a single crochet. I hope this is clear. So join the straps to the body of your work using single crochets like this, and then you are done. I'm hoping you enjoy this tutorial and it's easy to follow through. Once you're done, you cut off, you chain 1, cut off your work, and kindly fasten your work well to avoid running. really go in and fasten your work. So you'll flip your work around. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Go ahead and do the other strap. You need to have 2 straps. Then fasten all your work, sew in all these yarns hanging around, and this is how your work should look like this. I'm hoping you enjoyed this tutorial. You can tag me if you need any help, or if you make this, tag me on Instagram. I'll be happy to see your work. My Instagram handle is @pure_crochets. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for stopping by. Have a lovely day, morning, or whatever time is it. Have a nice day. See you soon. Goodbye.